Greetings and salutations, welcome back to my channel. I am Masienta. Today's video is going to be a mid-year wrap-up. We all know it has been a horrible year. By the grace of God, I have had the opportunity to read. The first book that I will be talking about today is The Shining. The Shining is one of my favorite horror movies, suspense thrillers made by Stephen King. The Shining takes us on a whole separate journey between Jack Torrance, his son, and his wife to the Overlook Hotel. I just want to say, if you are a fan of the movie, it is a whole different ball game with the book. The book is mostly having to do with the mindset of Jack Torrance and what leads up to him becoming the horrible person that he is at the end of the movie. In the book, I particularly like this version better than the movie, which is very surprising to me because I like to learn about character development and I really love to get behind a character and what makes them think and tick. This is what the book is all about. It's in the characters' perspectives. The book, throughout all the chapters, are transitioned between Jack, his wife, and the son. I couldn't have enjoyed reading the book more because I just was overall curious about who Jack was as a person, and with the book we dove a little bit more into that. One of the books that brought up some issues regarding weight, body image problems, as well as bullying and a bunch of other stuff in that book is Holding Up the Universe. I do not recommend anybody who struggles with mental illness or struggles with bullying or just in general with like weight issues. I don't recommend you reading this book just because there's a lot of bullying happening in the book. Follows two characters who are, one of them is an overweight young woman who was basically cut out of her house because she was so overweight, and the fatophobic comments and fatophobic whatever in this book were really triggering for me. And the other character is this black male who has a disease that I cannot pronounce, but I will make sure to write it across the screen, where they can't recognize people's faces. The book is supposed to be a romance about how these characters find love within each other, but I could not get past the really bad tropes of the attitude high school cheerleader with the jock that tries to please everybody, and then with this outcast who's overweight. Normally, I would think that this type of story would be my type of tea, but it was not. I don't know what else to say other than that I really didn't like that book. One of my favorite books that I happened to read during quarantine is by a friend of mine who is on the AuthorTube community, and it is One Final Vinyl by Savvy. This book is super cute. It's about a friendship between a teenager and a older woman on the trip of a lifetime to get the older woman, Daisy, back to her home because she randomly shows up to this teen girl's doorstep trying to find her husband so they can go dancing. I did not think that I needed a super cute story about a friendship between a teen and an older woman, but I definitely think that this book has elevated my life since I have read it. It is super cute. I am usually a fantasy reader and I love to go on long journeys with my characters and develop a really close relationship with characters. With that being said, this book took place within a span of a day. It was really strong storytelling between a teen who self-diagnosed herself with an anxiety disorder and depression disorder. It's a super cute read. I recommend you go ahead and pick up a copy. It is published by a self-published author, so keep that in mind while you are reading it. I just wanted to read more, but I am super satisfied with the short journey that I was on with those two, and I highly recommend you pick up a copy of One Final Vinyl because it is such a cute read. So another book that I really enjoyed, it was a little twist on a journey and had to do with Latina character that is also a witch, which is very much my type of tea, my type of story, and that is Labyrinth Lost. It is a story about a Latina witch in New York who refuses her rite of passage of actually becoming a witch. She doesn't want to have her powers. She just wants to be a normal human and do normal human things. When some bad things happen to her family, and it's up to her to save them from what is referred to as their underworld. Gotta say, I think I'm gonna have to reread the book. The characters were super enjoyable. I really liked the story, but for some reason it didn't connect to me the first time I read it, and that's nothing against the writing style. It's just I've never read a story that had to do with a Latina and like witches, and that's very much myself. Like, I am a Latina witch. I'm definitely going to have to dive back in and see if I can pick up on other things, but I did like how the story is a hero's journey, but it is a hero's journey from a young witch who has to like go through all these awful things in order for her to save her family power and save her family. I'm gonna go ahead and give that book a second try. We are getting into the graphic novels of this wrap up. All of these graphic novels are from the Shades of Magic series, and it is the Steel Prince series by B.E. Schwab. I mostly picked these up for reference because I'm trying to work on a little secret project of my own. I honestly just want these in my collection because the artwork of this book, of all of them actually, are so beautiful. It's something that I hopefully can hope to create. Now, I don't know much about the Shades of Magic realm. I just enjoyed these books, these little graphic novels, because I am an artist and because I like seeing traditional art like this, and I love collecting comic books now. Can't get enough of these graphic novels. Can't wait for her to publish more. Like, the artwork alone is amazing and beautiful, and just hats off to the artists who have worked on these comic books because they are amazing. The last book, and is by far my favorite book that I have ever picked up and read, and I have said several times that I do not like romance novels. I really loathe romance novels because they just all feel the same to me. And then I go ahead and pick up Vampires Academy. Vampires Academy is about everything that I love in a book. I think I have found my new favorite series. Vampires Academy is a story following two girls, one by the name of Lisa and the other one by the name of Rose. Lisa is a royal in the kingdom of the Dragmeres. I can't pronounce these names. She is a Mori princess, which is a vampire princess, and I live for that. That is my favorite trope. I want to be a vampire princess so bad. I think her friend is a Dragmere or Dampmere, which is a different type of vampire who is supposed to be like a guardian to the princess. I would like to say I would hands down kill for Rose. She is my favorite character. I just want to read more, and I feel really bad because I went out and bought all the other books in the series, so I have some reading to do. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. That's all I have for you today. Let me know what types of books you have read during the quarantine period that we are perpetually stuck in, and I will see you all in my next video. And until then, stay safe, stay sane, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!